So let us imagine the Earth as a sort of bed with a space heater connected to a solar panel underneath a translucent blanket. Above the bed is a light, and the light represents the sun. The green plants represent all organisms on Earth. The incoming solar radiation is measured as 100%, and this is radiated down onto the bed. And 49% of that radiation is absorbed by the mattress surface and the solar panel, aka the Earth. 23% of that incoming solar radiation is reflected by the atmosphere and clouds, represented by a translucent blanket, and 9% is reflected by the mattress, aka Earth. All that ice on that mattress. The incoming solar radiation onto the bed is shortwave radiation. Shortwave radiation has a shorter wavelength than longwave radiation and is represented by visible and ultraviolet light. Longwave radiation is emitted by the surface, right here. About 114% of the magnitude of the solar radiation that shines onto the bed, which is the Earth. The long-wave radiation has a longer wavelength and is emitted and felt as heat. The space heater represents the source of this long-wave radiation. The space heater is attached to a solar panel as well as a vanometric power cell underneath the bed. The inputs from both the vanometric power cell as well as inputs from the solar panel cause the space heater to give off 114% of the initial solar radiation that hits the bed. 68 units of this radiation escape the translucent blanket, aka the atmosphere, but the blanket is also surprisingly insulating. The greenhouse gases in the blanket cause a whopping 95 units of long-wave radiation to hit the bed again, maintaining the heat of the mattress. The mattress, aka the Earth, is able to sustain life due to this reflected heat, and without the translucent blanket of greenhouse gases, there would be no life on the bed because it would be too cold. Human activity is essentially adding layers of blankets to the bed's surface. These blankets are made of carbon dioxide, methane, and nitrous oxide. These greenhouse blanket gases are produced through the burning of oil and gas and also through concrete production. This increase in the number of metaphorical blankets insulates the earth bed more and more, causing it first to become uncomfortable and then ultimately unbearable for the majority of the organisms on Earth, which is the bed. The large number of blankets increases the amount of back radiation that is absorbed on the surface of the mattress's heat. Additionally, we have cut down a significant amount of forests, which do not fit well into this extended metaphor. These forests act as a carbon sink due to the photosynthetic ability of large numbers of well-established plants, and without them, the atmospheric concentration of carbon dioxide increases even more. The increase in carbon dioxide concentration accelerates plant growth, contributes to ocean acidification, and increases the temperature and weather extremes in various climates. Rain events drop more rainfall, summers are hotter, droughts are longer, and winter freezing is reduced, all due to the increase in the number of greenhouse gas blankets, i.e. the increase in CO2 concentration that has been the trend since the beginning of the Industrial Revolution. The yearly coldest temperatures in the US have by and large increased. Some parts of the U.S. have seen coldest temperature increases of greater than 6 degrees Celsius when subtracting the 1901 to 1960 average from the 1986 to 2016 average. This could have the effect of permanently removing the freezing period in many states, which would allow for the proliferation of invasive species in the South and expansion of the range of hot climate-adapted plants. Some of the species might include the Chinese tallow tree, represented here, and Lygodium microphyllum, right here, from Florida. These are supposed to be inflating balloons, not balloons flying away, but it's too late, so let's go. C4 plants do better in high light, high temperature, and dry environments. C3 plants are outcompeted by C4 plants in grasslands during the summer. CAM plants could also outcompete C3 plants due to their drought tolerance. C3 plants will potentially lose a lot of habitat to these two groups depending on the effects of climate change in different areas. Many C3 plants that are accustomed to lower temperatures will lose territory or go extinct. Agriculture will probably have to shift even more from C3 plants to C4 and CAM plants. Luckily, some of the plants we eat now are CAM plants and C4 plants like corn and pineapples. We may even have to resort to eating the succulents on our desks, but at least we will survive in the coming apocalypse.